Chapter 3758. 25 of our 7th Order sovereigns have entered the starry universe. Some are cultivating on the Light Core Island, some are in the Aurora domain, and some are looking for opportunities. With the help of the Soul Search, the 3 Radiance Angels revealed everything they knew. 25 7th Order sovereigns? Is this the strength of the Angel clan? Wang Xian's eyebrows twitched violently when he heard this. This number had completely exceeded his expectations. Where is the Light Core Island? Wang Xian continued to ask the 3 Radiance Angels. Wang Xian knew about the Aurora domain. It was a special domain filled with light and darkness. It was a paradise for light and darkness attribute cultivators. As for the Light Core Island, he did not know its location. The Light Core Island is in the starry universe. We have a map here with markings. This is a treasure land that our Angel clan has obtained. It will be of great benefit to us Radiance Angels. The 3 Radiance Angels replied. Wang Xian nodded his head slightly. Also, send an urgent message to ask for help from the Angel clan. Tell them that you have been besieged by experts from the Dragon Palace. You have fallen into a trap. There are more than 10 First Order sovereigns and 1 Second Order sovereign from the Dragon Palace. Wang Xian pointed to the angel in the center and ordered. Yes. The angel nodded his head mechanically and immediately sent an urgent message. Very good. You can die now. Wang Xian waved his arm and annihilated the 3 angels as soon as he sent the message. The 3 angels were easily annihilated before they could even release their battle angels. Wang Xian closed his eyes and absorbed some of the information in their minds. A smile appeared on his face. With a wave of his arm, a storage treasure flew over from one of the angels' corpses. He opened it and took out a map. This map was drawn by the Angel clan. It was a map of the places they had explored. Wang Xian's eyes sparkled as he looked at it. This map was dozens of times more detailed than the one in the communication stone plate. Other than this map, there were also some resources and some battle angels. There were 3 angels and 12 battle angels. After sending the message, Wang Xian did not leave. Instead he waited. 3 angels were attacked by disciples from the Dragon Palace. We lost contact after sending the last urgent message. At the same time, on an incomparably large island, the 3rd prince sat cross-legged on a sphere that emitted the power of light, his eyes closed as he cultivated. An angel reported to the 3rd prince. The 3rd prince opened his eyes and asked, what message did he send? According to that disciple, he said that they were ambushed by the Dragon Palace. The Dragon Palace sent over a dozen First Order sovereigns and a Second Order sovereign realm experts to ambush them. After the news was sent, his vitality disappeared. He should have been killed by the Dragon Palace's experts. The angel reported. Over a dozen First Order sovereigns and 1 Second Order sovereign? When the 3rd prince heard this, his eyes lit up. That Dragon Palace really did give birth to sovereign realm experts, and there are quite a few of them. The corners of Huang Xiaolong's mouth curved into a smile, and his eyes glimmered. Send 4th Order and 5th Order sovereigns to take a look. If they can find the experts from the Dragon Palace, kill all the dragons and suppress them with purebred divine dragons. As long as they can suppress them, this prince will reward them handsomely. It's the 3rd prince. The angel nodded and replied immediately. In addition, send someone to pass on the news of the Dragon Palace disciples. Send Second Order sovereigns and above to hunt them down. The 3rd prince continued to instruct. Yes. The angel continued to respond. The 3rd prince sat there with a smile on his face. He hesitated for a while before sending a message to the Green River Aqua Phoenix. The Dragon Palace has produced quite a number of sovereign realm experts. There should be quite a number of purebred divine dragons. This might be an opportunity for us. After sending the message, he waited quietly. This is indeed an opportunity for us. I will keep an eye on it. Not long after, the 3rd prince received a message. He smiled faintly when he saw it. 3 experts from our Angel clan were ambushed in front of us. A month later, 6 or 7 experts of the Angel race flew over from a void in the starry cosmos. The one leading them had the strength of a 5th Order sovereign realm expert. The rest of them were Second Order sovereigns and above. This is the enemy that the 3rd prince provoked. Now we have to deal with him. This is really... Alright, let's not talk about the third prince's matters. The third prince has come to the universe personally to get rid of the Dragon King. I have to say that the Dragon King is really terrifying. His speed of improvement is too fast. If he continues to grow, I'm afraid the third prince will be in trouble. The 7 angels spoke as they flew to the front. They hovered in the air and looked around. I can sense that the 3 experts from our angel clan disappeared here. Let's go back and check on the experts from the Dragon Palace. In the center, the strongest 5th Order Sovereign Realm angel spoke indifferently. Yes. At the side, an angel nodded and took out a mirror. They're here. At this moment, on a planet with life ahead, Wuxia saw the 7 angels and sensed their strength. He smiled. Only by killing them would it be considered a small gain. Swoosh. He moved and appeared behind the 7 angels in the next moment. Wang. A wave of energy enveloped them instantly. Oh no. The 5th Order Sovereign Realm Angel was the first to react, and a look of fear appeared on his face. Too slow. A light voice floated into their ears, causing their hearts to beat violently. In the next moment, Wuxia's dragon claw grabbed onto the 5th Order Sovereign Angel and squeezed hard. Arg! A blood-curdling scream was heard instantly. However, Wuxia sensed a gust of radiant energy that darted to the side instantly. In the next second, a 5th Order Sovereign Angel with a missing arm appeared at the side. Oh! And a powerful life-saving treasure? Wuxia saw the figure disappear in an instant, and the terrifying energy enveloped him again. Dragon King, it's you. It's you. This is a trap. The angel roared with a face full of fear. You guessed it right. But if you want to blame someone, blame your third prince. My revenge has just begun, Wuxia said plainly. Chapter 37:59. Rumble Rumble. As soon as Wuxia finished his sentence, a wave of energy engulfed him. The crushing force of the energy caused his body to crumble. Arg! The 5th Order Sovereign Realm Angel let out another scream of despair. This time, he had no chance of resurrection. Wuxia waved his arm and kept the corpse casually. He then looked at the other 6 angels. Run! The other 6 angels screamed in fear and despair. They wanted to escape immediately. One of the angels disappeared gradually. Obviously, he had a treasure that could allow him to escape in an instant. Wuxia looked over and waved his arm. The power of wind and lightning fell on them instantly. Explode. 5 of the angels were instantly killed by the terrifying explosion of wind and lightning. The remaining one spat out a mouthful of blood before his figure disappeared. Hehe, do you think you can escape? Wuxia sneered. He could sense that the last angel who escaped was 10 minutes away from him. However, he didn't need 10 minutes. Netherworld Dragon Pursuit. The unbeginning sacred wings on Wuxia's back closed, and a dark force was unleashed from his body. In the next moment, his figure disappeared gradually. Netherworld Dragon Pursuit. This was the first time Wuxia used this law. The Netherworld Dragon Pursuit was different from the Netherworld Dragon Transformation. When the Netherworld Dragon Transformation, it could instantly arrive at the location of the Dark Ghost Doppelganger and replace it. As for the Netherworld Dragon Pursuit, it only needed to inject its energy into the enemy's body to arrive at the enemy's side in an instant. Huff huff huff. In the same space, the 4th Order Sovereign Realm Angel that managed to escape was panting heavily. His eyes were filled with fear and relief at having survived a calamity. Damn it, that Dragon King is so terrifying. How did the third prince provoke such an enemy? He cursed with an ugly expression. He moved and was ready to escape. However, his eyes widened as he stared at the position beside him in disbelief. Beside him, a figure gradually materialized. That was the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. How can this be? He roared in disbelief. Crack! Crack! But before he could do anything, he was grabbed by the neck and hung up. You can't escape. Soul assimilation. Wuxia exerted the soul assimilating power. His body trembled, and his pupils began to slacken. Bam! A few minutes later, Wuxia waved his arm and killed it, keeping it in the mother nest. The harvest is not bad. Moreover, some of the experts of the Angel clan are somewhat dissatisfied with the matter of the third prince. A smile appeared on his face as he absorbed the information obtained by the soul-sucking technique. His lips curled up slightly. Some of the Sovereign Realm experts were unhappy that the Angel Clan had become enemies with the Dragon Palace for no reason. Among the 7 angels, the strongest was a level 5 Sovereign Realm expert. His corpse could bring 100,000 peak venerable experts to the Dragon Palace. 100,000 was a lot. In addition, there were some resources, some treasures, and 3 Khanate Cardinal treasures. There was a Khanate Cardinal treasure that was very useful. It was a mirror with the element of light. It was capable of tracing back what had happened in an area of space and pursuing living beings that had gone back. This was a supportive Khanate Cardinal treasure that was comparable to the pursuit ability of a powerful Magus. Next, it's time to change locations. It's time to change to the Phoenix Clan. Wang Xian made a move and flew forward at a terrifying speed, disappearing into the starry sky. After the 7 experts from the Angel Clan had fallen, the Angel Clan immediately received news of their deaths. This made some of the experts from the Angel Clan frown slightly. They were carrying out the orders of the 3rd prince. It should be related to the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. They might have been killed by the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. Several 7th Order sovereigns discussed in the communication stone plate and passed the news to the 3rd prince. When the 3rd prince received the news, his face was a little ugly. 7 experts from the Angel Clan had been killed. There was even a 5th Order Sovereign Realm expert among them. 70% of their deaths were caused by the Dragon King. The Dragon King had formed an enmity with the Angel Clan because of the 3rd prince. At the end of the day, this was all his fault. Damn it. I have to kill the Dragon King as soon as possible. The 3rd prince growled in a low voice with an ugly expression. He could also sense the dissatisfaction of some experts from the Angel Clan. Although he was the prince of the Angel Clan, his influence in the Angel Clan was lower than an elder. Some of the elders' descendants, some other powerhouses, and even the Dark Angels were naturally unhappy that he had provoked an enemy and implicated the angel race. Wang Xian did not know that the 3rd prince had flown into a rage out of humiliation. He followed the map he had obtained and flew deeper for a few months. When he arrived above a meteorite, he took out the communication stone plate and sent a message to the Phoenix Clan. Similarly, this information was provided to them as an expert from a high-level race in the universe, providing information about the experts from the Dragon Palace. After sending it over, Wang Xian waited patiently. The Phoenix Clan did not know what had happened to the Angel Clan. It was impossible for the Angel Clan to spread the news that an expert from their side had been killed by the Dragon King of Dragon Palace or the Phoenix Clan. They would keep such matters confidential. After he passed on the message, the Phoenix Clan quickly sent experts over. 2 Second Order Universe Sovereigns and 2 Water Phoenixes. 10 days later, Wang Xian saw the appearance of the 2 Water Phoenixes and immediately flew over to search their souls. The Second Order Sovereign Water Phoenixes could not put up any resistance. After dealing with the 2 Water Phoenixes, Wang Xian ordered them to send a message back to the Phoenix Clan. It was a message about being ambushed by experts from the Dragon Palace. The difference was that they said they had been ambushed and were still holding on. Hang in there. We will immediately send the experts closest to you to support you and slaughter those damned bastards from the Dragon Palace. A message was immediately sent over from the Phoenix Clan. Very good. Killing experts from the Dragon Palace? I would like to see who will be the one killing who. Wang Xian's eyes were filled with coldness as he read the message sent by the Phoenix Clan. This time, he was going to have some fun with the Phoenix Clan. Wang Xian could obtain a lot of information from them with the soul-capturing technique. With this information, he would like to see who would be the one killing who. Over 1,000 years, they had killed over 100 disciples from the Dragon Palace. However, he only needed to kill 2 second-order sovereigns to earn that amount. He would like to see who would be the first to give in. Be realistic in your acting. Attack me. Wang Xian ordered the 2 phoenixes controlled by the soul-capturing technique. Chapter 3760. Over here. I can already sense the aura of our phoenix race experts in this starry sky. A dozen phoenixes were flying towards them from the void. There were 3 types of phoenixes, namely golden phoenixes, water phoenixes, and fire phoenixes. Soon, they saw 7 to 8 divine dragons besieging 2 experts from the phoenix race. The entire space was shrouded by the divine dragons, and the 2 experts from the phoenix race were struggling to hold on. Ha! 2 of our phoenix clan's powerhouses are trapped? A water phoenix stared at the battlefield in front of him with a cold look in his eyes. Can you see the strength of those divine dragons clearly? A fire phoenix frowned as he looked ahead and asked. I can't sense their exact strength, but based on the energy they emit, they should be in the second-order sovereign realm. Kill them all. How dare they ambush our phoenix clan's experts? A golden phoenix roared with murderous intent. Kill the experts from the dragon palace. How dare the Dragon King kill the experts from our phoenix race? Let them die. The dozen phoenixes charged towards the battlefield without any hesitation. Hee. On the battlefield, Wuxia congealed his energy into the form of a divine dragon and besieged the 2 phoenixes whose souls were captured by him. Seeing the arrival of reinforcements, he smirked coldly. Boom. With a wave of his arm, he killed the 2 phoenixes. A wave of 5 elements destructive energy swept towards the remaining phoenixes. Ha! What? Shit. The sudden change in the battlefield shocked the dozen phoenixes who had flown over as reinforcements. Their faces were filled with horror. Sensing the incoming energy and the instant obliteration of the 2 phoenixes, they had a bad premonition in their hearts. This is an ambush. Run. A 5th-order sovereign realm golden phoenix roared in fear as it flapped its golden wings in an attempt to escape. Swoosh. All of you shall stay here. Wuxia flapped his unparalleled saint wings and appeared at their path of retreat. With a wave of his arm, the 5 elements grind shrouded them. The 5 elements grind, which had reached the 6th-order sovereign realm, enlarged and shrouded the sky above the dozen phoenixes. The terrifying millstone exuded an aura that caused the phoenixes to feel despair. It's the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. It's the Dragon King. The dozen fire phoenixes felt the despairing energy coming from above, and felt the destructive power wash over their bodies. The golden phoenix's face was filled with fear as he burned his life force to resist. Around him, 7 or 8 phoenixes had already lost their lives. Only a few 4th-order and 5th-order sovereigns were holding on. That's right, it's me. Wuxia sneered. With a press of his palm, the 5 elements grindstone descended. Ah. Our phoenix clan will never let you off. Wuxia did not even flinch as he let out a miserable cry. The last 5 phoenixes were easily killed by him. But soon, he noticed that there were phoenixes that didn't die completely through life-saving treasures. They should have revived somewhere. This feeling came from the power of the unbeginning sacred wings. The unbeginning sacred wings void lock allowed him to vaguely sense something. However, he didn't care too much about the phoenix's resurrection. After killing 2 5th-order sovereigns and 4 world realm phoenixes, his harvest this time was quite bountiful. He kept the corpses and flew in a certain direction. This time, the 2 peak races should have guessed that the angel race and phoenix race had made a move. It would be difficult for him to use this method to kill the experts of the 2 peak races again. He needed to use other methods. Chirp chirp chirp. At the same time, in the 9 Origins universe, in a divine domain filled with parasol trees, flames, rivers, and mountains of gold were all emitting majestic energy. On one of the parasol trees, a young fire phoenix burrowed out of a shell and let out an angry cry. This fire phoenix looked like it had just been born, but its eyes were filled with anger and hatred. With a flap of its wings, a universe-intelligent brain appeared, and it immediately sent a message. Whoosh! Very soon, an incomparably huge fire phoenix flew over and hovered above the young fire phoenix. Elder, it was the Dragon King who killed me. It was the Dragon King. The rescue from the starry cosmos was a trap set by the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. A dozen of our experts were killed by the Dragon King. He reported to the Fire Phoenix Elder in the sky with a face full of anger. The Fire Phoenix Elder's eyes flashed coldly as he nodded his head. After killing the experts of the Phoenix race and the Angel race, Wuxia already knew what kind of existences the Dragon Palace would face in the future. However, since he had already made his move, he had no regrets. He flew rapidly in the starry cosmos. His target was the Aurora Domain. The Aurora Domain was another treasure land discovered by the experts and disciples of the Nine Origins universe. Although it wasn't as strong as the Fireheart treasure land, it was still a treasure land for experts with light and darkness attributes to cultivate. Wang Xian obtained some information from the memories of the experts of the angel race. The experts and disciples of the angel race were cultivating there. In terms of hatred, the angel race ranked higher than the phoenix race. All along, it was the third prince who sent his subordinates to deal with the Dragon Palace. The Aurora Domain was already in the depths of the starry cosmos. Wang Xian flew for a few years before he reached the front of the Laser Domain. This was a very special starry cosmos with unique meteorites filling this space. These meteorites emitted unique energy, and the energy of each meteorite was different. Due to the collision of the unique energy, the starry sky underwent a special change. The light here seemed to be tangible. There were black light and white light. The two types of light intertwined in the entire space. And these two types of light belong to the tangible energy of light and darkness. These light could be absorbed, which was comparable to directly absorbing divine stones for cultivation. To experts with light and darkness attributes, this was heaven. After this place was discovered, a large number of experts with light and darkness attributes came here to cultivate. In fact, there were even 2 sovereigns born in this place. Wang Xian looked at the unique space domain in front of him. His eyes flickered, and the energy of darkness rose from his body as he flew in. Upon entering this domain, Wang Xian waved his arm and realized that he could grab the energy of light and darkness in his hand. It looked exceptionally mystical. With a thought, he absorbed it and continued flying forward. Chapter 3761. There are many disciples in the Aurora Domain. There are even teleportation arrays here. Upon entering the Aurora Domain, Wang Xian saw that it was bustling. A large number of disciples were cultivating inside. There were at least a few 100 million of them. Wang Xian even saw a large number of skeletons. The densely packed skeletons were absorbing the power of darkness and improving bit by bit. There are many experts in the skeleton race. Their numbers are terrifying. As he flew deeper, Wang Xian realized that there were many experts from the skeleton race. They even summoned their skeleton legion, which occupied a large area of the space domain. Wang Xian scanned the surroundings. The pinnacle races would occupy a territory. The angel race should be alone in one place. Wang Xian thought to himself. He concealed his aura and flew around the area. He flew at a slow speed and observed his surroundings carefully. Within the Aurora Domain, there were a large number of special meteorites. These meteorites were quietly floating there. Some of the disciples were cultivating on the meteorites, while others were capturing the light and dark rays in the void, storing them. The light and darkness rays were produced quickly, and there were no signs of them being depleted. This is indeed a sacred place for cultivation, Wang Xian mumbled as he looked around. Such a precious cultivation ground did not exist in the Nine Origins universe. As Wang Xian flew around, he realized that this space was huge. As he continued to go deeper, the number of experts increased. The light and darkness rays also became denser. After flying for more than 10 days, Wang Xian suddenly saw 2 lines of words in the sky. Angel Race Territory. Angel Race Territory. 2 identical lines of words, condensed from the power of light and darkness respectively. The 2 lines of words floated in the sky, glowing brightly. This meant that the area ahead had been occupied by the disciples of the angel race. Wang Xian's eyes lit up when he saw this information. According to the information Wang Xian had obtained, there were tens of thousands of experts from the angel race in the Aurora Domain. Among them, there were many at the Sovereign Realm. In fact, there was even a 7th-order Sovereign Realm expert guarding this place. Wang Xian wanted to deal with the angel race. Naturally, he wanted to play it big. Wang Xian was deep in thought as he looked at the area. Inside the extreme light domain, there were many experts from the angel tribe. Putting aside the 7th-order sovereigns, there were more than a dozen 6th-order sovereigns. With such strength, Wang Xian was no match for him at all. Although he wasn't a match for him, it wouldn't be a problem for him to escape. As long as he launched a surprise attack, He would be able to kill over 1,000 Angel Clan experts or even more. But first, he had to understand the situation within the Xiantian Envoy clan. He found out where the 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert was hiding. I need to understand the situation inside. Otherwise, if I act rashly, I'm afraid I won't be able to kill many experts of the angel race. Wang Xian mumbled to himself as he pondered. He did have a method. He would wait here. If an angel race expert came out, he would capture him and search his memories. This method was feasible. However, they might not be able to find detailed information. There's another way. The Yamada no Orochi has broken through to the First Order Sovereign Realm. He can let the Yamada no Orochi live in an angel's body. Wang Xian thought to himself. After a moment of hesitation, he took out the communication stone plate and sent a message to Enlai and Orochi. Before long, the Yamada no Orochi appeared beside Wang Xian. Greetings, Dragon King. The Yamada no Orochi bowed respectfully to Wang Xian. Not bad. Among the venom-horn dragons, who else has hopes of breaking through to the First Order Sovereign Realm? Wang Xian looked at the Yamada no Orochi and asked with a smile. Dragon King, Demon Sha should be breaking through soon. In addition, all 10,000 disciples of the venom-horn dragons have reached the pinnacle of the honorable realm. I estimate that there will be another 5 or 6 more disciples in 10,000 years. The Yamada no Orochi replied. All right. Did you have any breakthroughs after your breakthrough? Wang Xian asked Orochi. Dragon King, we are now living in an expert's body. It's even more secretive, especially when we are living in the body of a dark attribute expert. Even if the expert is much stronger than us, we won't be able to detect it without using our energy. The Yamada no Orochi chuckled. The venom-horn dragon was a new dragon species in the Divine Dragon Clan. In the past, when the Divine Dragon Clan was at its peak, there was no such dragon species. The venom-horn dragon was strong and mysterious. It could live in an expert's body and obtain their memories. In the past, this was a powerful weapon that the Dragon Palace could use to eliminate their enemies. However, the venom-horn dragon's parasitism wasn't flawless. It could still be detected when the venom-horn dragon was a few levels higher than them. Now that they had broken through, it was even more secretive and difficult to detect. It was especially so when they were living in the body of a dark attribute expert. Unless those experts used their energy to detect it, they wouldn't be able to detect it. Great. Wang Xian nodded. We will wait around here. We will see if any dark angels from the Angel Clan leave this place. Once they do, we will parasitize them. I want you to enter them to understand the situation. All right, Dragon King. No problem. The Yamada no Orochi nodded heavily. Stay here and guard. Be careful. Don't sense it. Wang Xian reminded the Yamada no Orochi as he shrouded him with energy. Both of them were like ordinary disciples of high-level tribes, absorbing the energy around them. Time passed day by day. Wang Xian's mind was constantly sensing the situation over at the Angel Clan. Some angels entered, but none came out for a long time. Let's go. Let's go to the Lords of the Angel Clan. I didn't expect the Lords of the Angel Clan to take a liking to us. This is great. Haha, we can cultivate in the depths of the Aurora realm. I heard that the other pinnacle tribes are also recruiting high-level tribes. However, only the Angel Clan offered more benefits. Perhaps it has something to do with the Dragon Palace? I heard that some experts from the Dragon Palace purposely released fake news to ambush the experts from the Angel Clan. Therefore, the Angel Clan is recruiting some high-level tribes. I wonder if it's true. Just as Wang Xian was quietly waiting for the news, a message suddenly came from a place not far away from him. He was taken aback when he heard it. He opened his eyes and looked over. In his sight, thousands of disciples from a demonic beast tribe were flying towards the territory of the Angel Clan. Upon hearing their words, Wang Xian raised his eyebrows and his eyes sparkled. Did the pinnacle tribes have other plans? Chapter 3762. When Wang Xian heard their discussion, he revealed a doubtful look. He took out the communication stone plate and searched for some information. When he saw some of the contents, his eyes flickered slightly. There was a lot of information in the communication stone plate. The content was about the top races recruiting other high-level races. Many of the top-tier races directly declared that advanced races could join their factions and obtain massive benefits. Among them, the most attractive benefit was the treasured cultivation grounds. The top race's exploration of the universe was not something the high-level race's disciples could compare to. Many of the more precious treasured lands were guarded by giant space beasts. To the high-level race's disciples, it was a desperate situation. To the top races, they still had a high chance of occupying the treasured lands. This allowed them to occupy many treasured cultivation grounds. Some of these treasured lands were looked down upon by the top race's experts, and some were not used by them. Hence, they could let the high-level race's disciples cultivate there. And they only needed the high-level races to join their camp. This was a huge benefit to the top races and high-level races. The top races saw that many high-level races experts had advanced to the sovereign realm in the past hundreds of thousands of years. Recruiting them could also increase their combat power. In addition, the high-level race's disciples were much more numerous than the top race's disciples. The chances of finding treasures would also be greatly increased. To the high-level races, they would naturally be happy to have a backer to cultivate in the treasured lands. This caused many high-level races to join the top race's camp. Among them, the Angel race and the Phoenix race were the most generous. They offered enough items to recruit high-level races. This was also related to Wuxia. Because Wuxia had disguised himself as an ordinary high-level race's expert and set a trap for them, the Angel race and the Phoenix race did not dare to send any more experts after receiving the information about the Dragon Palace. They were afraid that it was a trap. After all, it was impossible for them to send 7th Order sovereigns every single time. The Angel race and the Phoenix race only believed in the information provided by their subordinates. This was the idea of the Angel race and the Phoenix race. It would be much safer to let the high-level race's disciples look for the Dragon Palace's disciples. Wuxia's eyes sparkled when he saw this information. The top race's plan is really wise. Wuxia murmured to himself. He looked around and waited quietly. The advantage of the top clans was too great. It would take some time for the Dragon Palace to catch up with them. Fortunately, the fire attribute experts of the Dragon Palace could cultivate in the center of the Fireheart treasure land. Days passed as Wuxia waited patiently in the Aurora realm. A year later, he finally discovered a dark angel flying out of the Angel race's territory. He narrowed his eyes and moved. He enveloped Orochi and immediately followed behind. Coincidentally, it's a First Order Universe ruler realm Dark Angel. Yamada no Orochi, get ready. Wuxia sent a telepathic message to Orochi when he saw him flying ahead. It's Dragon King. Yamada no Orochi immediately responded. A few hours later, they were already very far away from the territory of the angels. Wuxia swept his gaze across and instantly unleashed his full speed. A figure flashed by, and that dark angel only felt fear descend upon him. He didn't react at all, and his body froze as he stood there in a daze. Very quickly his pupils regained their vigor, and his eyes flickered with light. Dragon King, we did it. Not far away, Wuxia smiled when he heard the voice of Orochi. He nodded his head, moved, and disappeared in an instant. Orochi absorbed the information of that dark angel, and according to his original plan, he arrived at a trading center in the Aurora realm. He completed a transaction with an expert from the skeleton race. Subsequently, Orochi flew towards the territory of the Angels race. When he returned to the territory occupied by the Angels race, a series of information was sent to Wuxia. Dragon King, there are many experts from the Angels race here. There are more than 1,000 of them who are above the sovereign realm, 1 7th Order sovereign, and 14 6th Order sovereigns. This doesn't include their Angel Corps. Other than that, there is also a powerful defensive treasure that can withstand the attack of an 8th Order Sovereign Realm expert. This is something the Angel clan prepared to prevent the sudden appearance of a giant star beast. However, this defensive treasure can only be activated by a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert. After activating it, you can only leave through the teleportation array. Dragon King, it's too risky for you to attack them. Orochi's information was transmitted over, and Wang Xian frowned slightly when he saw the information. This was the foundation of the Angels' race. They actually had a treasure that could withstand the attack of an 8th Order sovereign. Once he entered, he wouldn't be able to escape after the treasure was activated. Of course, under normal circumstances, he wouldn't be able to escape unless he had other powerful escape treasures. If Wang Xian wanted to escape, there were two possibilities. First, he could leave one of Dark Ghost's doppelgangers here. Second, he could use the instant escape scroll. If I make a move, I need to be able to kill enough experts from the Angels' race. Otherwise, the risk is too high. Wang Xian pondered as he sent a message to Orochi. He asked him to send the location maps of all the experts and disciples in the Angels' race's territory over. After sending the message, he waited quietly outside. Even though Orochi had parasitized a First Order Sovereign Realm Dark Angel, it would still take some time to obtain all the information. However, Wang Xian wasn't in a hurry. It wouldn't matter even if he had to wait for a few decades or centuries. As time passed, Wang Xian realized that there were more and more high-level races entering the Aurora realm. As long as it was a race with light or darkness attributes, most of them would find it hard to reject the benefits offered by the Angels' race. Half a year later, Orochi sent over a message. It was a map of the Angels' race's experts cultivating in the Aurora realm. The map detailed the number of experts and disciples of the Angels' race in each region. Wang Xian's eyes flickered as he looked at the information. Within the Aurora realm, the disciples of the Angels' race below the sovereigns would cultivate in one area, while those above the sovereigns would be closer to the center. At the center of the hall was the place where the 6th Order Sovereign Realm experts cultivated. Based on their speed, they would arrive within 2 seconds as long as Wang Xian made a move. In other words, if he made a move, it would be the last attack. The more angels he killed, the better. If he wanted to make a second or third move, he might be in danger. Chapter 3763. Wang Xian's eyes lit up as he looked at the information. He looked at the treasures in his hands and analyzed his strength. 4 Nether Ghost Doppelgangers, 5 Elements Grindstone, Tai Chi Dragon Plate Lingling. Then he looked at his own laws, Dharma form, and 9-source universe. Finally, he locked onto a location on the map in front of him. That was the boundary between Universe Lord Realm experts and disciples below the Universe Lord Realm. If Wang Xian chose to attack that place, he could kill many angels below the Universe Lord Realm. Of course, this was only one of his plans. He still needed to sneak into the territory of the angel race. It wouldn't be that easy to sneak in. However, there is a way. He thought to himself as he took out the communication stone plate and checked the information on the angel race and the high-level races. The angel race had recruited more than a dozen high-level races. Now there were even more high-level races preparing to join the angel race. And the greatest benefit of these high-level races joining the angel race was that they could enter the Aurora territory to cultivate. To be able to enter the domain occupied by the angel clan and cultivate, the angel clan had to be extremely powerful. Basically, when high-level races joined the angel race, there would be a batch of experts and disciples coming here. His goal was to sneak into the territory of the angel race and launch a fatal attack. As long as he could kill a few thousand of the angel race's experts and disciples, he would make a killing. After checking the information on the high-level races that had joined the angel race, Wang Xian quickly locked on to an advanced race. Now an advanced race was rushing over here. Some of their experts and disciples even announced this through the communication stone plate. After all, to an advanced race, this was equivalent to having a backer. According to them, this force called the Silver Light denomination should be able to reach here in 3 years. Wang Xian murmured to himself as he flew out and came to a place that they had to pass. If they wanted to enter the territory of the angel race, they had to pass through this place. Wang Xian just had to wait there. Sitting on a special meteorite, Wang Xian absorbed the energy of light and darkness. 3 years passed in the blink of an eye. He opened his eyes and scanned the surroundings, beginning to investigate. It's in front. In front is the territory occupied by the angel race in the Aurora domain. This time, the angel race occupied the best place in the Aurora domain. Even the experts of the skeleton race aren't as good as the place occupied by the angel race. Not long after, some slightly excited voices sounded. When Wang Xian heard this voice, his ears twitched. With a swift move, he appeared in front of the team of high-level tribes. Looking at this high-level race, the corners of his mouth curled up slightly, and his figure directly went to the last place they left. His figure was hidden in the darkness, and was only a dozen meters away from them. The few experts at the back didn't even notice his presence. Buzz! His figure appeared next to the last dozen or so high-ranking clan disciples, and instantly displayed the soul-absorbing technique. Their bodies trembled, and their pupils dilated. In just a second, they returned to normal. Wang Xian stood in the middle of them with a faint smile on his face. Sect leader, if we cultivate here, our speed of improvement will definitely be terrifying. Maybe sect leader will be able to break through. A voice came from the front. Hee, if we can get some opportunities, there's a chance of that. At the front, the old man with the radiant sword on his back replied plainly. Sect leader, should we pay attention to some of the experts and disciples of the Dragon Palace? I heard that the Dragon Palace has produced quite a number of sovereign experts, and that Dragon King is also very strong. The Dragon Palace is indeed powerful, but the Dragon King is purely courting death. After offending the angel race and the phoenix race, the Dragon Palace will be annihilated sooner or later. There's no chance for them to rise again. The Dragon King is indeed strong, and the speed of his rise is also very terrifying. However, the Dragon King is reckless and actually offended the angel race and the phoenix race at the same time. I heard that even the third prince came personally to annihilate the Dragon King. It's only a matter of time before the Dragon Palace is annihilated. No matter how fast the Dragon King rises, so what? Reaching the 7th or 8th order sovereign realm. Even if he reaches the 9th order sovereign realm, the angel race can annihilate him, not to mention the phoenix race. When our disciples encounter members of the Dragon Palace, we have to report to the lords of the angel race immediately. As long as the Dragon Palace is annihilated as soon as possible, there won't be any problems on our side. In front of them, the experts of the Silver Light denomination were discussing. Wang Xian stood at the back and revealed a cold look in his eyes. It was a high-level race. When he looked around, there were only 5 people at the peak of the Venerable realm. 5 peak Venerables, the rest were 8th or 9th order Venerables, and the weakest ones were 4th or 5th order Venerables. With such strength, they still dared to participate in the war between the Dragon Palace and the angel race? After all, the Dragon Palace had an existence that could kill a 6th order sovereign realm expert. For a bunch of ants to participate in the war between the gods, it was no different from courting death. Wang Xian followed behind quietly, and the members of the Silver Light denomination continued to fly forward. A day later, they arrived at the front of the angel race's territory in the Aurora domain. Disciples of the Silver Light denomination greet the lords of the angel race. Arriving at the front, the sect leader of the Silver Light denomination bowed respectfully to an expert of the angel race. Come in. The expert of the angel race swept his gaze across them, and all the members before leading them inside. Wang Xian followed behind and scanned the surroundings. Upon entering, one could see the experts of the angel race cultivating on some of the surrounding asteroids. There were radiant angels and dark angels. The radiant angels and dark angels here were clearly much stronger than outside. The difference was at least 10 times. The radiant angel race here is so dense. A day of cultivation here is equivalent to a year in the past. Yeah, I'll be able to achieve a breakthrough in less than 10,000 years here. Joining the angel race is a wise choice. Some of the experts and disciples of the Silver Light denomination looked around with excitement in their eyes. In a while, I'll bring you guys to the cultivation area of the Silver Light denomination. On the other hand, sect leader of the Silver Light denomination, please pay a visit to our Archangel Kos. The angel at the front was flying in front and said plainly to them. Yes, Lord. The sect leader of the Silver Light denomination nodded his head heavily with a tinge of excitement on his face. Chapter 3764. The group of experts from the Silver Light denomination followed the second order sovereign realm angel in front of them. Wang Xian followed behind as he scanned the surroundings. Everything was the same as the information that Orochi had sent over. His eyes flickered as he looked ahead. If it's in front, I can strike now. I have to deliver the strongest attack in one strike. Wang Xian thought to himself. At this time, Orochi, who was parasitizing the Dark Angel, had already left this area. Once Wang Xian launched his attack, the entire space might be sealed by the powerful treasures of the angel race. Wang Xian did not leave any dark ghost doppelgangers outside. As the distance was too far, he was afraid of accidents. Hence, he was prepared to use the space scroll to escape immediately. He still had 2 chances of using the space toughness scroll. This time, he would use it on the angel race. As he continued flying forward, Wang Xian looked to his left and right. The energy of light and darkness here was much more substantial than outside. On every meteorite in the surroundings, there were a large number of Angel Clan experts and disciples cultivating. The area occupied by the angel race wasn't very big. At least, Wang Xian could reach the end in a second if he flew at full speed. The group of disciples of the angel race could be considered to be densely packed. At the periphery, all the disciples of the angel race below the sovereign realm were cultivating. After flying forward for half an hour, Wang Xian's face turned solemn. He could already sense the aura of a large number of sovereign realm experts in front of him. His gaze landed on a huge meteorite. On it, there were hundreds of sovereign realm experts. From first-order sovereign realm to third or fourth-order sovereign realm experts. This was the center of the angel race's territory. Attack in 10 seconds. Wang Xian looked to the front and followed the group slowly. He also began to slowly accumulate energy. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds later, Wang Xian arrived at the location he had predicted. Boom. In an instant, a vast and terrifying aura burst out from his body. The terrifying might of the territory instantly enveloped the space. The 5 elements grindstone and the Tai Chi dragon plate flew out. 4 dark ghost doppelgangers flew out. His companion spirit, Lingling, appeared. Waves of energy blessed him. 5 elements destruction plate. Wang Xian roared. With a swing of his arm, the 5 elements grindstone struck the meteorite with hundreds of ruler-level angels. The 5 elements grindstone immediately unleashed its strongest attack, the 5 elements plate of destruction. 5 elements extermination plate. Berserk Dragon Starburst. The onslaught of the 5 elements grindstone began. At the same time, Wang Xian cast his strongest law of Dharma form. Berserk Dragon Starburst. A terrifying attack was launched towards another area where the angels were gathered. At the same time, 4 dark ghost clones attacked in different directions. They instantly transformed into their divine dragon forms, and terrifying energy surged toward the angels on the meteorites. The terrifying attack caused the entire space to shake violently. The Tai Chi dragon coil also transformed into a divine dragon of light and darkness, attacking the surroundings. It looked like 5 or 6 attacks, but they were all launched at the same time. Devastation, terror, and destruction instantly descended upon this space. Wow! In front of Wang Xian, the group of experts and disciples from the Silver Light denomination spat out fresh blood when they felt Wang Xian's terrifying and unbridled aura. Their bodies crumbled instantly. They were instantly annihilated. No. This is the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. It's the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. In front of them, the sect leader of the Silver Light sect and his group of powerhouses felt the might of the attack. Their faces were filled with astonishment. They roared hysterically. They could see their bodies crumbling and disappearing bit by bit. Why did the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace suddenly appear here? Why did he suddenly launch an attack here? Why? They were fearful, desperate, and indignant. They didn't want to die. TSK, a bunch of suicidal fools. How dare you interfere in the war between the Dragon Palace and the angels? Wang Xian's cold voice reverberated in his mind. In the next moment, they lost consciousness. Even the second-order sovereign expert leading the way lost his life under the terrifying pressure of Wang Xian. At this moment, Wang Xian unleashed all his strength. Boom boom boom. Arg. In the surroundings, none of the angel tribe's experts had expected that someone would actually come here to attack them. Someone actually dared to step into this place and attack them. All the experts and disciples from the angel clan who were cultivating couldn't react in time. By the time they sensed it, the destructive attack had already landed on their bodies. All of them let out roars of despair. A large number of angels died instantly. They couldn't escape in time. Swish. Wang Xian flapped his unbeginning saint wings. He didn't fly towards the corpses instantly. After killing them, Wang Xian naturally had to collect all the corpses. This was the only way to maximize the benefits. Oh no, someone dares to attack the angel clan. Damn it, you're courting death. In just a second, the experts and disciples from the angel clan who were in other places looked over. All of them had an unusually bitter look on their faces as they roared loudly. In the middle, a great angel flew into the sky with a radiant sphere in his hand. The sphere instantly emitted the power of radiance and enveloped the entire space. He stared in the direction of Wang Xian with a bitter look on his face. He locked his eyes on Wang Xian and instantly recognized him. Even though he had never seen Wang Xian before, he could guess that it was the Dragon King from the Dragon Palace. In the entire Nine Origins universe, only the Dragon King from the Dragon Palace had the strength to attack them. Dragon King, you're courting death. I'll slaughter you today. The great angel roared savagely as he sensed the experts from the angel clan being wiped out in an instant. Ha ha ha, angel clan, since your third prince wants to kill me, I'll kill all of you. Today is just the beginning. Just you wait. There are still some ignorant fellows from the higher races who dare to interfere in the war between us and the angel clan. Just you wait for death. Wang Xian heard the roar of the 7th Order Sovereign Realm Great Angel. Feeling a surge of energy rushing towards him, Wang Xian scanned his surroundings. He discovered that the entire space had been shrouded in light. He laughed maniacally as the 5 elements Great Grindstone, the Tai Chi Dragon Wheel, and the Dark Ghost Avatar returned instantly. He took out the space scroll and crushed it without any hesitation. In the next instant, before the 7th Order Sovereign Realm Great Angel Clan could reach him, he had already disappeared. Chapter 3765. Holy shit, are you kidding me? The Dragon King attacked the territory of the angels of the Aurora Realm? The Dragon King is getting more and more ferocious. There are many experts and disciples of the Angel Clan in the Aurora domain. How many experts of the Angel Clan did the Dragon Palace's Dragon King kill? The Dragon King is getting stronger and stronger. He's killing the Phoenix Clan and the Angel Clan at will. Was it the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan that issued the kill order against the Dragon Palace? Or was it the Dragon King who killed the 2 Peak clans? The Dragon King of the Dragon Palace is too fierce. The Dragon King is too ruthless. How many disciples of the Dragon Palace have the 2 races killed? On the contrary, the experts of the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan are constantly being slaughtered by the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. When the news was transmitted to the communication stone plate, all the experts and disciples who saw the message immediately became excited. They were shocked by the actions of the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. To them, the Dragon King of Dragon Palace was simply too ferocious, too strong, too ruthless. Previously, they had killed 200 Sovereign Realm experts from the Phoenix Clan, and now they were attacking the Angel Clan's territory? He was invincible. Just as the disciples were discussing amongst themselves, a disciple suddenly revealed something. I'm a disciple of the Silver Light sect. Tens of thousands of our sect's experts and disciples entered the territory of the Angel tribe in the Aurora domain. Now we've lost contact with all of them. They should have all been killed by the Dragon King. This time, the Angel tribe should have suffered a great loss. When this news spread, it immediately caused quite a stir. Currently, the various peak tier races were recruiting high-level races. The high-level races also wanted to find a backer. But wasn't the Silver Light sect a little too miserable? However, this question also raised another question. That was how many experts and disciples of the Angel Clan had been killed. All the powerhouses and disciples of the Silver Light sect had perished. One could imagine that the losses of the Angel Clan wouldn't be small. More importantly, after the Dragon Palace's Dragon King attacked the Angel Clan's territory, he immediately fled. This was what made everyone gasp in surprise. There was a lot of discussion on the communication stone plate, and a huge pressure was felt by the third prince. When the third prince received the news, he felt his vision go black. More than 2,000 angels were killed, and more than 300 of them were in the sovereign realm and above. He had to bear part of the responsibility for this loss. This responsibility caused his expression to turn extremely ugly. Even the elders of the radiant angels had given the third prince an order: kill the Dragon King. He had to kill the Dragon King as soon as possible. Otherwise, he would have to bear some responsibility. This responsibility was a huge punishment for him. It had a great impact on him. According to the memories of the Phoenix Clan's experts, there are many experts of the Phoenix Clan in that starry sky. At this moment, the communication stone plate didn't affect him at all. Wang Yun flew ahead and was prepared to search for the powerful beings of the Phoenix race. With Wang Xian's soul assimilating power, it wasn't too difficult for him to hunt them down. However, it might not be very fast. But he was not in a hurry. We're almost there. According to the information from the Phoenix Clan's powerhouse, there's an incomparably huge blazing star up ahead. Within that star, there are over a dozen fire phoenixes cultivating. After flying for more than 10 years, Wang Xian arrived at the place of his memories. After flying for another 2 hours, an incomparably huge star appeared in his line of sight. This was a flaming star, an incomparably huge sun. The size of this sun was a few hundred times the size of other planets. Flames were burning on it, and liquid flames were constantly spewing out. Wang Xian sensed it quietly. His eyes lit up as he flew towards the humongous sun. As he approached, he immediately sensed the aura of the Phoenix Clan experts. His figure moved and he directly flew over. Chirp chirp, who's there? This is the territory of the fire phoenixes. Scram now. The phoenix within the sun sensed Wang Xian's arrival. An incomparably huge fire phoenix flew out of the flaming liquid and looked at him. Swish. I'm here to kill you phoenixes. Wang Xian moved and instantly appeared in front of the Fourth Order Sovereign Realm Phoenix. He swung the 5 elements grindstone and shrouded the phoenix. Boom. The 5 elements grindstone smashed onto the phoenix, causing its body to crumble gradually. Killed in one blow. Intruder. Oh no, it's the Dragon King from the Dragon Palace. At this moment, 5 phoenixes flew out from other parts of the sun. One of the phoenixes stared at Wang Xian with a shocked expression. They were well aware of Wang Xian's strength. He could kill a 6th Order Sovereign. One of their Phoenix Clan's 6th Order Sovereign Realm experts was killed by the Dragon King. Among them, the strongest one was only a 4th Order Universe Sovereign. Run. Run. Run now. One of the phoenixes screamed as they flapped their wings and flew away. Wang Xian stared at them with a cold look in his eyes. Whoosh. The unbeginning saint wings flapped and he instantly appeared beside one of the phoenixes. His arm turned into a dragon claw and grabbed the phoenix. Bam. Squashed with a single punch. With a shift of his body, Wang Xian appeared beside another fire phoenix. He killed it casually. These fire phoenixes were no match for Wang Xian. As for the remaining phoenixes, he captured their souls and killed them. He collected their corpses. Not bad. After checking their storage space, Wang Xian revealed a smile. As he checked the information he got from these fire phoenixes, Wang Xian received a few more pieces of information. One of which was about 20 phoenixes preparing to attack a giant space beast. A 3rd Order Sovereign Realm giant space beast. In order to kill a 3rd Order Sovereign Realm giant space beast, at least 3 6th Order Sovereign Phoenixes were needed. According to the information from the Phoenix race, there were 3 6th Order Sovereign Phoenixes and 24th Order and 5th Order Sovereigns. This information is very important. If we can exterminate them, it will be even more profitable than killing all the experts of the Angel Clan. Wang Xian's eyes flickered. With a swift move, he flew towards the direction in his mind. I hope I don't miss the time. Wang Xian's eyes shone brightly. Wang. Just as Wang Xian was flying, he suddenly received a message from Lan Qingyue and Prime Minister Turtle. When he saw the message, he was slightly taken aback and his eyes shone brightly. Lan Qingyue had received a very important message from Xiaolan's residence. Ever since Xiaolan's residents returned to the Starry Sky universe with the giant space beasts, they had entered the deepest part of the Starry Sky universe. The first thing they did was to merge with the Starry Sky universe. Chapter 3766. Little Blue's bloodline belonged to a star behemoth. However, they were also living beings from the Nine Essences universe. In fact, the Starry Sky behemoths in the mountains and seas were also creatures of the Nine Essences universes. However, the bloodline of the Starry Sky universe flowed in their bodies. All of the star behemoths in the mountains and seas felt very unfamiliar when they returned to the Starry Sky. The Starry Sky cosmos also rejected them greatly. Their strength was also greatly suppressed. But after all, their roots were in the Starry Sky universe, so even though the Starry Sky universe was extremely repulsive to them, the star behemoths still had ways to merge with the Starry River. This fusion was to remove the rejection the Starry Sky universe had for them. They were fused with the Starry Sky universe, which meant that in the future, they would become members of the Starry Sky universe, and would be completely separated from the Nine Essences universe. Little Blue and Little Zhai also fused with the Starry universe. Moreover, this fusion took more than 100,000 years. According to the information transmitted by Xiaolan, their fusion speed was quite fast. The stronger one was, the longer the fusion time would be. After Xiaolan fused with Little Otaku, the suppression completely disappeared. In other words, in the Starry Sky cosmos, Xiaolan was comparable to a fourth-order sovereign realm expert in the Nine Origins cosmos. This was definitely good news for Wang Xian and the Dragon Palace. Without the suppression of the Starry Sky universe, Little Blue was their home field. Once Little Blue could be upgraded, it would be a huge fighting force for the Dragon Palace in the Starry Sky universe. Now that Little Blue and Little Otaku are no longer suppressed, they can totally increase their strength. Wang Xian looked at the news with excitement in his eyes. Now, thanks to Xiaolan staying at home, even Lan Qingyue didn't feel this suppression when she entered the Starry Sky universe. Moreover, Lil Blue's evolution was through devouring powerful creatures. In the past, Kun had fed on divine dragons, phoenixes, and other powerful beings of peak races. It was impossible to devour divine dragons, but devouring dragon blood was not a problem at all. In addition, he couldn't devour phoenixes in the past, but he could now. Wang Xian still had the corpses of the phoenix race and the angel race. With so many corpses, Xiaolan's little mansion would definitely receive quite a bit of improvement. In fact, as long as they advanced to the fourth-order universe sovereign realm, the various pinnacle races would not be able to do anything to Wang Xian and the Dragon Palace. When they advanced to the fourth-order universe sovereign realm, Little Blue could fight against seventh-order sovereigns. In that case, what did Wang Xian and the Dragon Palace have to be afraid of? Peak race? Directly fight. Angel race. Phoenix clan? Direct battle. If Little Blue and Little Otaku were stronger, wouldn't they be killing indiscriminately? Wang Xian's eyes gleamed with excitement. He looked at the corpses of the peak-level races in his hands and smirked. Looks like I'll have to properly store the corpses of the Phoenix race and Angel race experts to improve Little Blue and Little Zhai. Wang Xian's eyes sparkled. Once Xiaolan's residence was upgraded, the benefits would be too great. His eyes glowed as he continued flying forward. The resources in his hands could improve Xiaolan's house quite a bit. At the very least, they would be able to reach the third-order universe sovereign realm. It was hard to say if they could reach the fourth-order sovereign realm. However, if Wang Xian could kill the next target, Xiaolan might be able to advance to the fifth-order universe sovereign realm. At that time, he could even fight against eighth-order universe sovereigns. Many other plans could also be implemented. He thought to himself as he pushed his speed to the limit. A year passed in the blink of an eye. Wang Xian was flying at high speed. He was getting closer and closer to where the Phoenix race was killing the giant space beast. Now that I'm here, the Phoenix clan should have already made their move. I wonder if the giant star beast has been killed or not. Hopefully not. He mumbled to himself. The giant space beast was not that easy to kill. Wang Xian felt that 3 sixth-order universe sovereigns and the rest of the phoenixes would take a long time to kill a third-order universe sovereign realm giant space beast. Some battles might even last for a year or two. Wang Xian comforted himself as he continued flying forward. A few months passed by again, and he slowed down his pace. According to the memories of the Phoenix race experts, the giant space beast was in the void ahead. As for the exact location, he was not sure. His eyes scanned the surroundings, vigilantly sizing them up. This was because the Phoenix race experts might be ambushing or setting up traps to kill the giant space beast. Therefore, he had to be careful. He advanced cautiously. After a dozen hours, Wuxia suddenly felt a terrifying energy fluctuation coming from ahead. His eyes lit up as he flew over cautiously. As he rushed over, he felt the terrifying energy surging towards him. In his vision, a humongous giant space beast emitted a towering aura. This giant space beast looked like a gorilla. Its body was terrifying and its body was pitch black. The black fur on its body was like a sharp metal weapon. However, at this moment, the gorilla-like giant space beast was completely tied up by water ropes. The water ropes came from 3 different directions and were caught in the claws of the 3 aqua phoenixes. Around them, there were 20 aqua phoenixes attacking the giant space beast. Under the restraints of the water ropes, the giant space beast could not break free. In fact, the water ropes did not budge at all. Moreover, the 24th Order and 5th Order Universe Sovereigns continuously attacked the giant space beast, causing wounds to appear on its body. Wuxia looked at the battle in front of him and was shocked. 3 6th Order Universe Sovereign Realm Water Phoenixes completely restrained the giant space beast, and it couldn't resist at all. This suppression was extremely strong. Wuxia stared at the water ropes and could feel a terrifying restraining power coming from them. This water rope is not simple. It feels like even a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert can be completely restrained by it. Wuxia made a judgment with some doubts. As expected of a peak race, even if an 8th Order Sovereign Realm expert could not enter, their foundation and means are still not something the Dragon Palace can compare to. Wuxia stared at the water ropes and sensed them. In the end, he came to a conclusion. Once he was bound by the water ropes, he would not be able to break free. However, his speed was fast, and the other party might not be able to restrain him. However, Wuxia did not dare to take the risk. If the water ropes possessed some special power, he would suffer a huge loss. Based on this speed, this giant space beast will be worn down by the aqua phoenixes in a few months. Wuxia calculated in his heart. Chapter 3767. The battle ahead was still ongoing and Wang Yun was watching quietly. The giant space beast did not have the slightest ability to resist. Wuxia was astonished by the strong binding force. He had been watching from the side for half a month. I can't wait until the giant space beast is killed. If the water rope can restrain me, I'll be in trouble. After watching from the side for half a month, Wuxia was ready to make his move. He couldn't wait any longer. His gaze swept across the remaining 20 water phoenixes. There were 6 5th Order Universe Sovereigns, while the remaining 14 were 4th Order Universe Sovereigns. It shouldn't be a problem for him to kill them instantly. After killing them, the other 3 6th Order Universe Sovereigns would be forced into a passive position. At that time, the giant space beast would no longer be able to restrain them. The combined attacks of the giant space beast and himself would be enough to kill the 3 water phoenixes. Calculating in his heart, Wuxia no longer hesitated as he flew towards the battlefield. His gaze locked onto one of the 5th Order Universe Sovereigns. His speed reached the limit in an instant. Voila! An expert is invading. Be careful. However, just as Wuxia was about to fly towards them, a water phoenix with its claws holding onto the water rope roared loudly before he could even reach them. His gaze locked onto Wuxia's position. He actually discovered me. Seems like experts of this level have some tricks up their sleeves. Wuxia narrowed his eyes without hesitation. 9 Origin Domain. The domain expanded and enveloped the group of 4th Order and 5th Order Sovereign Realm Water Phoenixes. Damn it, be careful. It must be the Dragon King of Dragon Palace who dares to attack us. When the Water Phoenixes sensed this energy, their expressions changed greatly as they roared. Damn the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. When the 3 Water Phoenixes who were holding onto the water ropes saw this, their faces turned extremely ugly. Trap the Dragon King. They gritted their teeth and made a decision. The 3 water phoenixes flapped their wings, and the water rope broke free from the giant space beast's body and shot towards Wang Xian. The water rope completely ignored Wang Xian's domain and wrapped around his body. What? What treasure is that? Wang Xian was shocked. With a jerk of his body, he quickly retreated. In the instant that he attacked, not only did he fail to kill a water phoenix, but he was also forced to retreat. This was something that he had not expected. One had to know that Huang Xiaolong's current strength was enough to contend against a 7th-order sovereign realm expert. I still can't underestimate the resources of the top races, Wang Xian thought to himself. He pushed the unbeginning sacred wings to its limits and instantly escaped from the area covered by the water rope. However, the moment they attacked Wang Xian with the water rope, the extricated giant space beast went berserk. Blood dripped from its body as it locked onto a 6th-order sovereign realm water phoenix and charged towards him. That damn Dragon King! How dare he ruin our plans! The 6th-order sovereign realm water phoenix's expression was extremely ugly. They quickly controlled the water ropes and shot towards the giant star beast once again. However, just as Wang Xian saw them charging towards the giant space beast, 4 nether ghost avatars appeared and charged towards the group of 4th-order and 5th-order sovereigns. Nether ghost avatars? How is this possible? Why does the Dragon King have nether ghost avatars? Seeing the nether ghost avatars charging towards them, the group of water phoenixes revealed shocked expressions as they roared. The nether ghost avatars were the foundation of the nether race. A large part of the reason why the nether race was so powerful was because of the nether ghost avatars. However, most nether race experts who had reached the sovereign realm would only have 1 nether ghost avatar. Having 2 avatars was already extremely rare. Those with 3 avatars were even more monstrous. Although the nether ghost avatars were strong, they were extremely troublesome to nurture. Unless there were nether race experts who had lived for a long time and devoured their own race's experts. Otherwise, most nether race experts would only have 1 or 2 nether ghost avatars. Why would the Dragon King have nether ghost avatars? And there were 4 of them? This was unbelievable. Wang Xian stared at them with a cold smile on his face. The 4 nether ghost avatars attacked the group of water phoenixes from 4 different directions, basically sealing off the surroundings. The nether ghost avatars were like black dragons, baring their fangs and brandishing their claws as they charged forward. For nether ghost avatars? How is that possible? According to the rumors, the Dragon King has a companion spirit. How can he have more nether ghost avatars? The 3 6th-order sovereigns who had once again trapped the giant space beast felt their brows twitching violently when they saw this scene. They knew that the Dragon King had the combat strength to kill 6th-order sovereigns. However, they did not know that he had 4 more nether ghost avatars. In addition, he had the rumored companion spirit. He was practically invincible in the same realm. The 3 6th-order sovereigns exchanged a look, and an ugly expression appeared on their faces. Quick, come to our side. One of the 6th-order sovereigns hurriedly shouted at the top of his lungs. Looking at the situation before them, they had already given up on fighting. They were no match for the Dragon King, not to mention that there was a giant space beast here. In this situation, they could only escape. As for escaping, they had a way. Quick, quick, go to the 3 seniors. When the group of water phoenixes heard the words of the 3 6th-order sovereigns, they immediately rushed towards them. Still gathering together at this time? Are you confident that you can escape? When Wang Xian saw this scene, his figure instantly disappeared. His figure instantly overlapped with one of the nether ghost avatars, replacing it. At the same time, he waved his arm, and the 5 elements grindstone flew forward. The enormous 5 elements demonic grindstone directly sealed the path of the group of water phoenixes and the 3 6th-order sovereigns. Voila! His figure flashed, and the unbeginning saint wings flapped as he charged towards the group of water phoenixes. Not good. When the 20 water phoenixes saw that their path was sealed, their expressions changed drastically. This is the Nether Ghost Tribe's transformation technique. Why does the Dragon King know it as well? The 3 6th-order sovereign realm water phoenixes who were controlling the giant space beast narrowed their eyes when they saw Wang Xian's actions, and their faces turned ugly. Not only that, There's also that terrifying grindstone. What kind of treasure is that? Another 6th Order Sovereign Realm expert roared. They had their own trump cards, but they realized that the Dragon King also had a terrifying trump card. Moreover, it was extremely terrifying. Chapter 3768. Every powerhouse had their own trump cards. In a battle of the same level, it was all about trump cards. The reason why the Apex clans were the Apex clans was because they had deep foundations and trump cards. The Phoenix clan had a terrifying trump card. Wasn't the water rope weapon that these 3 6th Order sovereigns were using powerful weapons? Very strong. This trump card was very terrifying. After all, it could trap a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert. Their trump cards could be said to be very powerful. However, their trump cards were very strong. Wang Xian's trump card? Right from the start, Wang Xian's greatest trump card was the progenitor tree. Yes, an ancestral tree that could grow to the fortune of heaven level. What was the concept of the progenitor tree of heavenly yuan fortune? That was the legendary existences that even the peak races did not exist. According to the rumors, there were no peak-level races that possessed the divine fortune. And Wang Xian had it. Moreover, the progenitor tree was a supportive heaven origin creation. The ability that the progenitor tree had displayed so far was to enhance the other divine trees and divine fruits, granting them even more powerful abilities. Was the progenitor tree powerful? Very strong. However, this was only SOSO for existences at the heavenly origin creation realm. The progenitor tree had yet to reach its peak. However, even if it hadn't grown to its peak, it was still something that other treasures couldn't compare to. Wang Xian's companion spirits and nether ghost doppelganger were obtained because of the progenitor tree. Moreover, the 5 elements grindstone and the yin-yang dragon board were born because of the 5 elements origin and the heart of light and darkness. These 2 items were the strongest trump cards of the 5 elements Dragon King and the Light and Dark Dragon King. What kind of existences were the 5 elements Dragon Kings and the Light and Dark Dragon Kings? He was once the strongest expert below the Heaven Origin realm. Wang Xian's trump card was much stronger than they had imagined. I can't stop it. It's over. When the 3 6th Order sovereigns saw this, their eyes narrowed, and an ugly expression appeared on their faces. They had the means to protect themselves, and this method could even ensure the safety of all of them. However, this required the other phoenixes to get close to them. Now that he did not approach, the result could be imagined. Die. Wang Xian unleashed his speed to the maximum. Even if the experts of the Phoenix clan sacrificed their lives to undergo nirvana to unleash their formidable strength, they still couldn't withstand Wang Xian's attack. The gap between them was too great. Pooh! A phoenix was pierced through by Wang Xian. No, no, no! He roared crazily, his eyes filled with anger and unwillingness. Whoosh! With a wave of his arm, Wang Xian kept the corpse and disappeared in an instant. No, no, no! Don't kill me, don't! When the rest of the phoenixes saw this, their faces were filled with despair. This was especially true for those phoenixes that did not have any life-saving treasures. But their terrified voices had no effect at all. Wang Xian easily killed them one by one. He collected their corpses. 24th Order and 5th Order Universe Sovereign Phoenixes were all dead. After killing them, Wang Xian waved his hand and kept the 5 elements grindstone. He turned to look at the other 3 6th Order sovereigns, and his eyes were filled with mockery. Do you think that trash of the Phoenix clan can escape? Wang Xian stared at them coldly, his eyes filled with mockery. The 3 6th Order Universe sovereigns stared at Wang Xian with eyes filled with hatred. Dragon King, don't be too smug. It won't be long before our Phoenix clan annihilates all the experts and disciples of your Dragon Palace. Just you wait. Just you wait for our Phoenix clan. They roared in anger. Hee, your Phoenix clan has been trying to kill me for hundreds of thousands of years, and I'm still fine. On the contrary, your Phoenix clan's experts are constantly being killed by me. In these hundreds of thousands of years, I've killed over 200 phoenixes above the sovereign realm. Wang Xian chuckled as he charged towards them with the 5 elements grindstone. Wang. The 3 6th Order sovereigns waved their arms, and the water ropes wrapped around the Third Order Universe sovereigns wrapped around them. Wang Xian waved his arm, and a shadow of the 5 elements grindstone flew out, colliding with the ropes. Boom! The shadow collided with the water curtains, but the entire water curtains merely trembled a little. There were no signs of it cracking. Wang Xian raised an eyebrow and his eyes lit up. He raised his head slightly. Mighty heavenly dragon. An extremely terrifying divine dragon charged towards them. Boom! The divine dragon collided with the water curtains once again, but it was blocked. Dragon King, are you trying to kill us? Impossible. Just you wait. One day, I'll make your dragon palace pay 10 times the price. One of the 6th Order Sovereign Realm Water Phoenixes roared with rage and killing intent when they saw Wang Xian's attack. Wang Xian stared at them, and a cold glint flashed in his eyes. You guys are just incompetent and raging trash. The next time I see you, you guys will still be incompetent and raging trash. As he spoke, he waved his arm, and all the corpses of the phoenixes he had hunted were placed in front of him. With a wave of his arm, he chopped off their heads. In an instant, he took their storage space one by one, and then started to check on his own. Since he couldn't do anything to the 3 6th Order Sovereign Realm Aquatic Phoenixes, Wang Xian didn't want to waste time with them. He was very satisfied with the spoils of war this time. 20 phoenixes, 6 5th Order Sovereigns and 14 4th Order Sovereigns. Other than that, there were also the treasures of the phoenixes. Every phoenix had collected a large amount of resources over the past hundreds of thousands of years. These resources would allow Wang Xian to improve by leaps and bounds. Bountiful harvest. The 3 6th Order Sovereign Phoenixes trembled violently when they saw the corpses. There weren't just 12 of these phoenixes' corpses. There were more than 50 of them. All of them were experts at the Sovereign Realm and above. Among them, there were 2 more 5th Order Sovereigns. These phoenixes were all killed by the Dragon King. Over the years, the Phoenix race had only killed a few hundred experts from the Dragon Palace. Moreover, they were all at the peak of the Venerable Realm. This was incomparable to the Phoenix race's losses. Not to mention, the Dragon King had killed more than 200 of their Sovereign Realm experts. Hoo-hoo. Chirp chirp chirp. Dragon King, just you wait. One day, our Phoenix race will cut off your head. The 3 aquatic phoenixes' breathing quickened as they screeched and fled into the distance. Wang Xian swept a glance at them, and a look of ridicule flashed in his eyes. It's about time. It will be much more difficult to kill experts from the Phoenix race and Angel race in the future. It's time for me to display my achievements. Wang Xian's eyes shone brightly. Chapter 3769. Yes, Wang Xian was going to announce his performance. Currently, the pinnacle races were recruiting the high-level races as their subordinates. This would bring great benefits to the pinnacle races in the future. Naturally, Wang Xian had to stop this from happening. He wanted to see which high-level races would dare to join the Phoenix race and Angel race after he announced his performance. Apart from that, Wang Xian also wanted to inform all the experts. The Dragon Palace might be weaker than the pinnacle races now, but we are not afraid of any of them. So what if they are experts from the pinnacle races? We will still kill them. Of course, Wang Xian also knew the consequences of revealing the corpses. He would be hunted down by the Angel race and Phoenix race. But would he be afraid? With the resources in his hands, he could just call Xiaolan over. He was not afraid when the 8th Order Sovereigns of the pinnacle races couldn't step into the starry universe. Just do it. Wang Xian took out the communication stone plate and released the corpses of the Phoenix race and Angel race. He then took a picture of them. Subsequently, he uploaded the picture to the communication stone plate. There was a line of text attached. The text was short. Any high-level races that want to join the Angel race and Phoenix race should consider carefully. Don't become a pile of bones. He uploaded the picture after a short line of text. After which he ignored it and contacted Lan Qingyue. He wanted to meet with Xiaolan. He wanted to improve Xiaolan's strength as soon as possible. Lan Qingyue received his message and immediately asked Enlai to bring him over. Xiaoxian. Lan Qingyue revealed a smile when she saw Wang Xian. Lan Qingyue was no longer suppressed by the Starry Universe. As a First-Order sovereign, she could easily fight against Fourth-Order sovereigns. Qingyue, contact Xiaolan and the rest and ask them to come and meet us. I have plenty of resources here to help them achieve a huge breakthrough. Wang Xian said to Lan Qingyue. That's easy. After Xiaolan breaks through and merges with the Starry Universe, I can instantly reach where Xiaolan is. Then Enlai can bring us over. Lan Qingyue smiled. Is Xiaolan's place safe? We can go there first. Wang Xian raised an eyebrow and asked. Currently, it's very safe, but there are many giant astral beasts around them, and they're in the deepest part of the starry sky universe, where the top giant astral beasts reside. Lan Qingyue replied. Alright, then I'll go find a safe place first. When the time comes, I'll ask Dark Blaze to summon Little Blue's little mansion over. Wang Xian pondered for a moment and nodded his head. Xiao Xian, I can nurture the third koan now. Do you want to nurture it? Lan Qingyue looked at him and asked. Can you cultivate the third koan? Good, good, train him immediately. Wang Xian's eyes lit up as he spoke immediately. Now he had a lot of corpses in his hands. The giant star beasts that he cultivated had an innate advantage in the starry sky universe. This was more suitable than promoting the disciples of Dragon Palace. All right, Lan Qingyue nodded. Just as Wang Xian was about to upgrade Xiaolan's little mansion, the message he had posted in the communication stone plate, and throughout the entire Nine Origins cosmos went viral. Not only was it fiery, it was boiling, completely boiling. Wang Xian's pictures had all the experts and disciples of the various races widening their eyes in shock and disbelief. Even the experts of the other pinnacle races were dumbfounded. What the fuck? What the hell is going on? This is the message released by the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. How is this possible? My old ancestor. How is this possible? There are so many corpses of the Phoenix race and Angel race. Just by looking at these corpses, I can vaguely feel an immense pressure. Are these all Sovereign Realm corpses? I'm a disciple of the pinnacle races. I can tell you clearly that these are all Universe Sovereign Realm corpses. There are over 300 corpses of the Angel race, 5 of which are 5th Order sovereigns and more are 4th Order sovereigns. As for the Phoenix race, there are a total of 7 5th Order sovereigns and 20 world sovereigns. This is crazy. Is this the Dragon King of Dragon Palace? He's so fierce even in the face of the two pinnacle races. The Phoenix race and Angel race were completely massacred by the Dragon King. Now I can see that the kill order of the two pinnacle races is a complete joke. This Dragon King is directly threatening the other pinnacle races. With the Dragon King's words, who would dare to join the Phoenix race and Angel race? Soon, the entire communication stone plate was in an uproar. Everyone looked at the corpses in shock. It was especially so when the experts of the Phoenix race and Angel race looked at the corpses. Their eyes were burning with anger. While they were angry, they were also a little fearful. One had to know that the experts of their race killed by the Dragon King were 5th Order sovereigns or 6th Order sovereigns. What did this mean? This meant that they could very well be killed by the Dragon King of Dragon Palace in the Starry Universe. Looking at these corpses, at this moment, even the powerful beings of the peak races felt a sense of fear and trepidation in their hearts. Clan leader, what should we do? We have already joined the Angel race. What is happening now? This Dragon King is too strong. His strength is too terrifying. If he wants to annihilate our race, it will be as easy as lifting a finger. At this time, the group of experts who had submitted to the Phoenix race and Angel race nearly cried when they saw the news. They had thought that with the strength of the Phoenix race and Angel race, wouldn't the Dragon King of Dragon Palace be a coward? Once he was discovered by the experts of the Phoenix race and Phoenix race, wouldn't the Dragon King of Dragon Palace be a coward? Even when the Angel race was ambushed by the Dragon King of Dragon Palace in the Aurora domain, they still thought so. After all, the foundation and strength of the two pinnacle races were too strong. But now that they saw the Dragon King killing so many Sovereign Realm experts of the two races, what did they count as? Most importantly, the Angel race and Phoenix race had no way to deal with the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. The must-kill order had been issued, But not many of the Dragon Palace's disciples were killed. Instead, their own experts and disciples were being slaughtered. Especially since the Dragon King of Dragon Palace dared to release these photos and infuriate the Phoenix race and Angel race. It seems like he isn't afraid of their revenge. The Dragon King must have a trump card. Some experts sighed. Chapter 3770. Don't provoke the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace in the future if it's not necessary. After seeing this message, the experts from the various pinnacle races gave an order. Don't provoke the Dragon Palace unless it's absolutely necessary. Firstly, to them, the Dragon King's potential was too great, and his rate of improvement was too demon-like. Based on their conjecture, the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace should have obtained the most elite legacy of the Divine Dragon tribe. He might even have obtained the legacy of several elite Dragon Kings in the past. One should know that the pinnacle races of the Divine Dragon tribe had several elite existences. Not to mention the Water Dragon King. The Five Elements Dragon King and the Light and Dark Dragon King were among the few experts among the pinnacle races. The Dragon King of the Dragon Palace must have obtained an incredible legacy. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so strong. Under the current circumstances, they would not provoke the Dragon Palace if they could. After all, this was a bloody lesson for the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan. Who would have expected the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace to have grown to such an extent? The experts from the Sidhi race were also shocked when they saw the news. When I first met the Dragon King, he was still a long way from the Universe Lord realm. Who would have expected him to kill a 6th Order Universe Lord so easily now? I've only broken through to the 2nd Order Universe Lord realm. The Life Sound Arrow lamented to the group of Great Sidhi race as he shook his head. The Dragon King has sent the battle results to the communication stone plate. I guess the two pinnacle races are going to be enraged. They are probably going to use their full strength, and they might even join forces. A Great Sidhi race commented, since the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace dared to send it out, he must have some trump cards. He isn't afraid of the Angel and Phoenix race. TSK, I wonder how far the Dragon King can push the Angel and Phoenix race. Another Great Sidhi race shook his head with a faint smile. Huff huff huff. The Dragon King deserves to die 1,000 times over. At the same time, compared to the other pinnacle races and high-level races, the Angel and Phoenix race were filled with rage. The third prince looked at the message on the communication stone plate. His aura exploded, and his face was hideous. Their Angel race's losses were too heavy. Not only did they suffer losses in the Aurora domain, but they also suffered losses in other places. These corpses were like a slap to his face. Ever since he dealt with the Dragon King, everything had gone wrong. In order to deal with the Dragon Palace, he sacrificed all the subsidiary races of the Angel clan. In order to deal with the Dragon King, he had expended a lot of resources. At that moment, the entire Angel clan had suffered a great amount of damage. This was more than 300 Angel race powerhouses. This responsibility was on him. Third Prince, the elders want you to head to the exit of the universe passageway to discuss the matter of annihilating the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. At this moment, an angel at the side spoke to the third prince. I know. The third prince's face darkened as he took a deep breath. Then he got to his feet and headed toward the Nine Essences universe's passageway. He flew in the air and contacted the Green River Aqua Phoenix. This time the Green River Water Phoenix didn't have it easy either. The angel race didn't just consist of radiant angels. Water Phoenixes were not the only ones in the Phoenix clan. They would have to bear the consequences of this incident. The Green River Aqua Phoenix also received the message from her clan. The Dragon King of Dragon Palace had posted such a message on the communication stone plate. This was a blatant provocation. If they still couldn't destroy the Dragon Palace, that would be a huge loss of face for the two peak races. Now the Dragon Palace had to be destroyed, and they had to do it in the shortest time possible. The face of the two peak races could not be tarnished. 10 years later, the third prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix appeared at the entrance of the world passageway. Around them, a group of experts from the Angel race and Phoenix race had gathered. At a glance, There were at least a few dozen 7th Order Universe sovereigns and above. Third Prince. The third prince flew over. A dark angel from the angel race looked at him and called out indifferently, "Elder." The third prince bowed and cupped his fists. Facing an elder, and a dark angel elder at that, he didn't dare to show any disrespect. His identity didn't have much use in front of the dark angel elder. "Speak. What's going on with the Dragon King of Dragon Palace? Don't hide anything." The dark angel elder asked indifferently. When the third prince heard that, his expression instantly turned ugly. The surrounding angels stared at him, and the atmosphere was heavy. Some of our clansmen cannot die without knowing the reason. If the third prince doesn't speak, then we will follow the rules of the angel race. The dark angel elder looked at him and continued calmly. "Elder, I and the Green River Aqua Phoenix of the Phoenix race discovered that if we can find 9 universe sovereigns of 9 different attributes, we might be able to open the treasury of the god Dragon Island." The third prince immediately spoke. His expression was extremely ugly. At this point, he didn't dare to hide anything. If he didn't say something, he wouldn't be able to bear the punishment of the angel race. He would become a puppet-like battle angel. "Oh." The dark angel elder raised an eyebrow, and a look of surprise appeared on his face. He turned to look at the third prince. "Third prince, since this matter was caused by you, you should take care of it yourself. The 7th Order sovereigns of the Angel clan are at your disposal. Also take this." As he spoke, a strange-looking bell flew in front of the third prince. The exterior of the bell was made of radiance dragon scales, and the black hands inside were as black as the bones of a divine dragon. The entire bell emitted a strange and mysterious energy. Dragon-pointing bell. The third prince's brows twitched, and he immediately kept it. This was a very powerful treasure, and it also had miraculous effects. Within 100,000 years, the Dragon King must be eliminated. Otherwise, the third prince will still be punished. The Dark Angel Elder continued. "Yes, Elder. Within 100,000 years, I will definitely eliminate the Dragon King. I only need 5 7th Order sovereigns to follow me." The third prince spoke, and his gaze swept towards the Phoenix race. "When the time comes, I will join forces with the Green River Aqua Phoenix of the Phoenix race." "All right." The Dark Angel Elder nodded his head. Very quickly, the Green River Aqua Phoenix looked at the third prince with a frown. Both of them had ugly expressions on their faces. They had received their orders. The Dragon King must die. Chapter 3771. Let's do it here. Bring Xiaolan's house over. After publishing the news, Wang Xian had been searching for a secluded place. After finding a spot, he spoke to Lan Qingyue and Enlai. "All right, Xiao Xian." Lan Qingyue nodded her head and disappeared instantly. Enlai waited quietly on the side. "Dragon King, I'm going over." Sensing the appearance of the demonic soul altar and the disappearance of Enlai, Wang Xian immediately set up a demonic soul altar. An enormous void tower quickly appeared. In the next second, Lil Blue and Little Zhai appeared in the sky above the void tower. "Dragon King! Dragon King!" Xiao Lan and the rest appeared in the house. They looked at Wang Xian and greeted him respectfully. "Oh, are you able to speak now, Xiaolan?" Upon hearing their words, Wang Xian revealed a smile. Xiaolan nodded its gigantic head. "Little Blue, Little Otaku and the others are very smart." Lan Qingyue flew to Wang Xian with a beaming face. Next, Xiaolan, stay here and quickly increase your strength." As Wang Xian spoke, he waved his palm and placed a large number of corpses of the Phoenix and Angel race in front of them. "Woo-woo. Thank you, Dragon King. Thank you, Dragon King." Lil Lan's eyes lit up with excitement when he saw the corpses of the peak race experts. "Can these corpses help you break through to the 5th Order Sovereign Realm?" Wang Xian asked them. "Dragon King, I'm afraid these corpses are not enough. Even if we devour them by ourselves, it's still not enough," Xiaolan replied. "There are too few 6th Order Sovereign Realm corpses. The two of you should be able to advance to the 4th Order Sovereign Realm after devouring them, right?" asked Wang Xian. "No problem. After we advance, we will still have a lot of resources left. With the remaining resources, Master Dragon Empress can nurture another companion for us. It will be enough for him to advance to the 4th Order Sovereign Realm. Xiaolan replied. Alright, let's increase our strength to the 7th Order Sovereign Realm first. Wang Xian said with a smile. Xiaolan and Xiaozhai immediately responded. They opened their mouths and the corpses entered their stomachs. Dusky energy surged from their bodies. Xiao Xian, I will cultivate another Kuren. Lan Qingyue said with a smile. Yes, 3 Kuns. With their strength, our Dragon Palace has some capital to contend with the top clans in the Starry Sky universe. Wang Xian nodded his head. With the addition of Xiaolan, they would be able to contend against 3 7th Order sovereigns. Also, it's best if I can improve as soon as possible, said Wang Xian. Now as long as he improved a little more, his strength would be terrifying. With his Dark Ghost clone, he could truly fight any peak race in the universe. Of course, it was only a confrontation. The Apex races had many trump cards. For example, the powerful water rope he had encountered previously, as well as the Angel race's defense in the Aurora domain. Wang Xian couldn't match up to these means. However, if the other party wanted to kill him, the possibility was too low. However, Wang Xian still needed a lot of resources if he wanted to level up. Now that he had killed so many experts of the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan, the resources in his hands were still less than half of what he needed. If I can kill 2 or 3 more 6th Order sovereigns, I'll have enough resources to break through. Wang Xian thought to himself. Looking to the side, Lan Qingyue had already started to nurture the 3rd Kuan. He used the communication stone plate to contact Prime Minister Turtle and ask about the situation. When he received the current situation of the Dragon Palace, a smile appeared on his face. The number of 1st Order sovereigns in the Dragon Palace had reached 39. The Fire Heart Treasure Ground was an incomparably huge treasure for fire attribute cultivators. As for the Dragon Palace, there were many fire attribute cultivators. Just the purebred divine dragons alone numbered 7 to 800. However, the number of purebred divine dragons in the Dragon Palace is still a little low. There are only a few thousand of them. I need to increase the number. Since I have nothing to do during this period, I might as well make a trip back to the 9 Origins universe and wait for Xiaolan to level up before taking action. As he pondered, he transmitted a message to Lan Qingyue, asking her to stay here and Lai bring me back to the 9 Origins universe. Wang Xian instructed Lai, who was beside him. Yes, Dragon King. Lai nodded. In the next second, they returned to the Dragon Palace. The current Dragon Palace was located in a secret place at the edge of the 9 Origins universe. If the pinnacle races wanted to find this place, even if they searched with all their might, it would take hundreds of thousands of years. If Lai had not brought the Dragon Palace here, it would have been impossible for them to reach this place. Bring me to the chaotic continent. You left the demonic soul altar there, right? Wang Xian asked Lai again after returning to the Dragon Palace. Yes, Dragon King. Lai nodded. In the next moment, the surrounding scenery changed again, and they were already in the chaotic continent. Wang Xian's figure moved, and he looked around. He felt a power that could destroy the heavens and earth. In the Starry Sky universe, his strength was suppressed by 3 levels. In this place, he could travel to an extremely distant place with a sway of his body. The suppression of the universe made him feel very comfortable. As he flew quickly above the 9 Origins universe, he realized that the chaotic continent had lost its previous liveliness. According to the communication stone plate, 30% of the disciples of the advanced races had entered the Starry Sky universe. This was definitely an explosive number. A large number of disciples had entered the Starry Sky universe, which made the chaotic continent much more deserted. Other than the pinnacle races, those who stayed here were the weaklings. And these weaklings, because of the departure of the strong, could also occupy a good place to cultivate, and their strength could be dozens of times stronger than before. In general, this was a very good thing for the 9 Origins universe. Wang Xian came to the deepest part of the blood pool. Sitting cross-legged, the roots of the progenitor tree penetrated into the blood pool, condensing the blood-refining fruit. Time passed quickly. However, In just a few decades, Wang Xian received a message. An urgent message from Prime Minister Turtle. When he saw the message, he frowned slightly. The experts of the Phoenix clan and the Angel clan were hunting the experts and disciples of the Dragon Palace. In just a few decades, more than 2,000 disciples of the Dragon Palace were killed or injured. It seems that the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan are completely serious. They must have a powerful treasure to find the disciples of the Dragon Palace. Wang Xian murmured. Let all the disciples of the Dragon Palace hide in Enlai's Void Tower, and don't go out for the time being. He immediately sent a message. That you're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.